Thomas the Tank Engine was feeling bright and cheerful. It was a splendid day. Good morning. He whistled to some cows, but the cows didn't reply. Never mind, said Thomas. They're busy with their breakfast. Next, he saw Bertie. Hello, Bertie. Care for a race today? But all Bertie could say was, ouch! That's another hole in the road. I'm sorry, Bertie, smiled Thomas. Thomas was still in good spirits when Bertie arrived at the next station. Bad luck, Bertie, said Thomas. Now, if you were a steam engine, you would run on a pair of reliable rails. Huh, replied Bertie. The railway was supposed to deliver tar to mend the road 2 weeks ago. You can't trust a thing that runs on rails. I run on rails. You can trust me, Bertie. I'll see if I can find out what's happened. Thomas left Bertie and made his way along the branch line towards the big station by the sea. James was snorting about in the yard. It's too bad. Percy goes to work at the harbour and I do his job here, there and everywhere. Take that. Ooh, groaned the trucks. Just you wait, we'll show you. Gordon laughed. I'll tell you what, James, if you pretended to be ill everywhere, you couldn't shunt trucks here or go to the quarry there, could you? What a good idea, agreed James. Look, here comes Thomas. I'll start pretending now. Thomas was sorry to see the engines looking miserable. Cheer up, it's a beautiful day. Yes, grumbled Gordon, but not for James. What's the matter? He's sick, replied Gordon. Yes, he is. I am, stuttered James. I don't feel well at all. Don't worry, said Thomas kindly. I'll help out if you're ill. Gordon and James sniggered quietly to each other. Some of James's trucks were coupled behind Thomas, and he steamed away to the quarry. The trucks were still cross. We couldn't pay James back for bumping us, so we'll play tricks on Thomas instead. One engine is as good as another. But Thomas didn't hear them. He collected all the stone from the quarry and then set off back to the junction. Danger lay ahead. Now for our plan, giggled the trucks. Go faster, go faster. Slow down, called Thomas's driver and applied the brakes. Poor Thomas stood dazed and surprised in a muddy pond as a toad eyed him suspiciously. But my buffers, muttered Thomas. The day started so well too. Duck pulled away the trucks, and Edward helped Thomas back to the junction. Suddenly, Thomas remembered about the missing tar. He told Edward all about it. That's strange, said Edward. A truck full of tar has been left at my station. That must be it. Driver will make sure it gets to Bertie now. Later, James spoke to Thomas. I'm sorry about your accident, he muttered. And so is Gordon. We didn't mean to get you into trouble. No, indeed, spluttered Gordon. A mere misunderstanding, Thomas. All's well that ends well. Just then, Bertie arrived. He looked much more cheerful. My road's being mended now. Oh, I am glad, replied Thomas. Thanks for all you did. Now I know I can trust an engine, especially if his name is Thomas. Gordon and James puffed silently away to the shed. But Thomas still had company. Well, well, he sighed. What a day for surprises. The toad, who was looking forward to a ride home, noisily agreed.
3 Steam Engines Gruff. It was autumn on Sodor, the time of year when all the trees begin to lose their old leaves. Thomas was working on his branch line with Annie and Clarabelle. So were Toby and Henrietta.
Hello, Thomas.
Hello, Toby.
Don't the trees look spooky without any leaves?
Oh, Toby. Why do you think so many things are spooky?
But they are. Sometimes they look like big hands reaching over the tracks to grab you and pick you up like a toy train.
You do have a big imagination, Toby. They're only trees.
Oh.
A little further along the line, Thomas noticed that one of Farmer McCall's fences was broken.
Oh, dear.
Be careful, Thomas. There could be a runaway animal on the track.
Thomas didn't see any animals on the tracks, but he did see Trevor, the traction engine, working in a field.
Oh, hello, Thomas. Hello, Trevor. There's a broken fence by the track back there.
Oh, is there? I'll tell Farmer McCall. He'll want to get that repaired before an animal escapes.
That night in the shed, Thomas told Percy about the broken fence.
Oh, that sounds very spooky. Don't you start. I've already had Toby talking to me about the spooky trees.
But think about it, Thomas. Who broke that fence? Or what broke that fence? It could have been anything.
It was probably just an animal. Go to sleep, Percy.
I quite agree. Go to sleep.
But I can't go to sleep. It's my job to pull the mail train.
Poor Percy had frightened himself. But the other engines didn't really think there was anything to be frightened of.
Hello? Is someone there?
What is the matter with you, Percy? Racing in and bashing into Henry in the middle of the night?
Sorry, but I heard something very spooky out on Thomas's branch line.
Oh, I've had quite enough of this spookiness. Just deliver the mail and let the rest of us go back to sleep.
The next morning, it was bright and sunny.
And then, as I crossed over the little bridge by the watermill, I heard this strange moaning sound. Ooh! It was like nothing I've ever heard before, Thomas. It was very, very spooky.
Well, it's daytime now, and the sun is shining, and I'm sure whatever it was will be long gone away.
I hope so. I have to go over that bridge to take the workers to the quarry.
I have to go over that bridge today, too.
So do I. We all have to go over that bridge. But I'm quite sure there's nothing to worry about.
Thomas wasn't worried at all as he travelled up the branch line with Annie and Clarabel.
Hello, Thomas.
But then he came to the bridge by the watermill.
What's the matter, Thomas? Why are we slowing down? Is there an animal on the line?
No, it's just... well, Percy says he heard something spooky last night as he went over this bridge. But I'm sure there's nothing to...
Did you hear it, Thomas?
Do you mean that terrible moaning and groaning?
Under the bridge?
It must be a troll.
A troll?
Trolls live under bridges. Don't you remember the 3 billy goats, Gruff?
Percy's right. It was a mean, hungry troll that lived under the bridge. The 3 billy goats were all scared to cross over. They made the little one go first, and he survived by telling the troll to eat his bigger brother. I'm going first!
I'm going second.
Calm down, Toby. What are you racing for?
Go on, Toby.
We can't wait here forever.
I don't hear anything now.
Maybe the troll's gone away again. There's probably nothing to worry about. I mean, whatever it was is probably... Oh!
Don't eat me! Don't eat me! Don't eat me!
He's still here. Don't eat me. Don't eat me. Don't eat me. The third one has to be brave, Thomas. The third one has to make the troll go away.
What are you talking about, Percy?
In the story, the third goat is the one who makes the troll go away. And you're the third. Oh, Thomas! He's very hungry now.
You know, Maribel, that doesn't sound like a troll to me. I do believe you're right, Annie. It sounds more like a cow.
A cow?
A cow?
One of Farmer McColl's cows had broken the fence and wandered down into the river, where it got stuck in the mud. Jem Cole brought Trevor the traction engine to help, and Thomas carried the poor frightened animal back to the farm. That night in the sheds, Thomas, Percy and Toby told the other engines about their big adventure.
A cow? You were all frightened of a cow?
It's not that funny.
You can laugh, James, but Farmer McColl said he was very glad that we found it.
Imagine thinking a cow was a troll.
It's not funny. It was really scary.
Well, it's a little amusing.